Hey, hi and hello, this is Grimsel and welcome to the channel. The Wailing Caverns, but not with 4 strangers, but with our pets. That's right, pet dungeons. I think this is a great way to reuse old content. We get something fun and new in return. Before we get started, first, you must be a level 110 to participate and have at least one pet at level 25. First time through Wailing Caverns, you will be able to heal and res your pets before every battle. After that, no heals for you. Just like the Celestial Tournament, healing pets after the fight is locked out after you complete the dungeon. Like the Celestial Tournament, the backline pets will change from week to week. Around this, start the battle, see what's going to be in the backline, abandon the fight, and select your pets from there. Now just check your pet families to see which one has the best chance of surviving the fight. There is a whopping 11 battles to finish this dungeon, so be conservative. Don't use your good pets on the trash battles. Save those for the boss fights. Always try to give yourself the competitive edge by using pets that are strong against opposing pets. Such as in this fight where we have a mechanical against a beast, a flyer versus an aquatic, and magic going against a flyer. It looks like we have our pets selected, so let's get it on. First up is the Tiny Harvester versus the Deviant Smallclaw. The first 3 pet battles are going to be pretty easy for anyone who has raised their pets to level 25. I'm going to go into any great detail on these fights. The Harvester pretty much manhandles the beast and is ready for more. What are you going to get for completing this dungeon? I'm glad you asked. First off, you'll be getting the Pet Battle Challenge achievement, Wailing Caverns, and rewarded the Battle Pet Son of Scum, who we will be fighting in just a few minutes, as he is our first boss battle. You will also get a Purple Battle Stone, which will allow you to instantly raise one pet to level 25. 2 smacks to the face, he makes short work of the Chomper. With that bite, he may be down, but he's not out. You gotta love mechanicals. You will be using a lot of mechanicals in the dungeon, so hopefully you've at least a few in your collection. So what will you get for doing this dungeon again? Another great question. Subsequent completion of this dungeon will reward you the Damp Pet Supply Bag, full of useful and not so useful stuff. With one last lucky punch, he is able to take out all 3, ending this first fight. To save some time and your patience, we're going to go ahead and speed up the next 2 battles. With battling 3 deviant chompers, just use some flyers and they won't know what hit them. With this being my second playthrough of this dungeon, I do have to say it is a good rendition of Wailing Caverns. Just without the getting lost or the feeling of, oh my god, is this dungeon ever going to end? We now just have one more battle before the first boss fight. We are using a magic pet to combat the flyer, clockwork rocket bot for the deviant claws, and a spider just for a little flavor. This fight won't last long at all. So here we are, Son of Scum, and he is here to avenge his father. He's going to take that out on our pets. Well, we're going to have to see about that. We counter him with Dark Moon Zeppelin, Menagerie Custodian, and the Ionized Robocub. First thing off the rip, all of our pets take a blast from Thunderclap. To mitigate damage, we put down the Zeppelin's decoy. He's going to throw in some stone skins, and we're going to go on a bombing run. We have a swing and a miss for Son of Scum, and takes a missile to the face. With our decoy gone and on cooldown, things are about to get tough for our little Zeppelin. After taking a big hit, he blasts off another missile, and kaboom! Our bombing run drops from the sky. With another thunderclap taken, we go for a bombing run. Not particularly happy, the sun rushes out with a Pharaoh strike right into our poop deck, but we're able to blast off another missile. On stone skins gives us a chance for another strike. With another big blow, the Zeppelin must use his mechanical ability to stay in the air, giving him enough time to get off another missile strike as well as another bombing run. This will be our Zeppelin's last round as he goes down like the Hindenburg. Next up and looking for the kill is the Menagerie Custodian. With one small zap, the Son of Scum is no more, and now it's just time to take out the trash. With shock and awe and the big gun, this won't take long at all. Did we need to use the ion cannon? Probably not, but why bring it if you're not going to use it? The Deviant Flapper gives us a good fight, but in the end, the Custodian prevails. And with the ionized Robo Cub in the back, victory was never in doubt. Next up are the snakes. Why does it always have to be snakes? Because you're in the Wailing Caverns. These three mini-bosses and the final snake boss Hiss represent the Druid of the Fang for the 5-man dungeon. The three mini-boss battles are fairly easy as long as you pick pets that are strong against the type of pets that you're going to be fighting against. Remember, mechanicals against beasts, magic against flyers, and flyers against aquatics. It's much like a game of rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. Be mindful of getting hit with Vicious Fang. It does pack a punch. It also hits for more each time they use it. Again, it is no match for our launched rocket. Shot, Asphyxia will be out of the fight. And now we just have to contend with the back line. Understand how we can beat these mini bosses, we're going to speed things up so we can get to our next big boss battle with Hiss. finally come to our final snake, Hiss. One thing to remember is Hiss's boss buff. Reduces all damage taken by 50%. Also, boss pets cannot be dealt more than 35% of their max health in one attack. There are many ways to get around this, but are all based on doing a combo attack that does a lot of small damage in one round. I use the Sunreaver Micro Sentry's Call Lightning ability, giving you Lightning Storm for 5 rounds. During Lightning Storm, attacks deal 34 bonus mechanical damage on each attack, and mechanical abilities deal 25% additional damage. Combo that with, let's say, Clockwork Gnome's turret, you're going to do a lot of damage in a round, but in small amounts at a time. You can see this combo does a lot of damage to Hiss, and that turret is making him one holy snake. This fight, again, watch out for Vicious Fang. You can see that it has done a lot of damage to the Clockwork Gnome. If you're lucky, the build turret ability will come off cooldown, and for one round you can have 2 turrets, rocking whatever active pet is on your opponent's front line. You can tell, our gnome wasn't that lucky, but still gets the kill on Hiss. Now all we have to do is clear off that back line, and we are one step closer to the final boss. Sometimes the best defense is, well, being defensive. Having the ability to lessen the amount of damage taken is very important, as in this case, we are using the ability Extra Plating, which will reduce all damage taken by 50% for 3 rounds. Another Lightning Storm from our Sunreaver Micro Sentry rips through the Deviant Small Claw, and that's going to leave a mark. Now our Sentry will soften up the Deviant Flapper. To finish it off, just apply a little magic from our Oil Slimeling, and we'll be on our way to the next fight. I can't stress enough how important matching up the right pet families will make this fight easier. Hey look, we won, and we're off to the next battle. The next 2 fights are against ectoplasmic growth, and both battles work pretty much the same way. How I combated this pet is with Dragonkin. The Dragonkin you choose is not one of the fluffy dragons that does magic or some other kind of damage. You will want a Dragonkin that does Dragonkin damage. Sometimes just looking at the pet family is not enough. Look at their abilities as well, to see which are going to do the most amount of damage. Here I'm using a Proto-Drake Whelp with Breath and Proto-Strike. They are both strong damage against the magic family pets. Our Whelpling may have died, but he did enough damage to make it easy for our next pet. With one hit, the Garden Moth kills off the ectoplasmic growth and is onto the Deviant Chompers. Our Garden Moth might look cute, but he is a complete terror to these 2 Chompers. With abilities Moth Dust, Cocoon Strike, and Alpha Strike, Blizzard put a lot of punch into a small package. Only in a video game could a moth beat down 2 alligators. But hey, it works for me. Surprise, surprise, and we won. And we're almost to the final boss. Watch out for that jump. Well, not anymore. But back in the day, I fell through there more times than I care to remember. Now that we know how to take care of the ectoplasmic growth, we'll be speeding through the next pet battle to get to our last boss and to get the heck out of this dungeon. And here we are, the final boss, the budding, ever-living Spore. He is a legendary, has the buff, and is an elemental type pet. Up first for this fight is my favorite elemental killer, Big Papa Pump, the Eternal Strider. To start things off, Big Papa uses, well, Pump, which won't go off until next round. The ever-living Spore puts down Spore Shrooms, which must grow for 2 rounds. Our Eternal Strider releases his blast of water, but only does half damage due to the boss buff. The Spore is going to make it rain, literally, by using his ability Acid Rain, which turns quickly into Cleansing Rain. This is going to help us, as it makes aquatic abilities deal 25% more damage. The boss is going to use Dreadful Breath, comboed with Cleansing Rain for more damage. This attack will hit all of our pets. With using Pump last round, we are ready to blast the boss again, hitting him for good damage. After the boss puts down more Spore Shrooms, I, for some reason, click Cleansing Rain, even though it would have been still active. Oops. Being 1 round late on our pump, the everlasting Spore hits our team with bad breath, or I mean, dreadful breath. With the conclusion of another pump, the boss goes down in a heap. We only have to get through the Small Claw and Flapper and we'll win the day. As the Eternal Strider readies another pump, the Small Claw uses Primal Cry. To start the next round, Pump makes the Small Claw wish he was never in this fight by taking most of his health. To add more damage for the next round, the Deviant Raptor hits with Exposed Wounds. With Big Papa going first, he hits the Raptor with Water Jet, dropping him right beside his boss. The Deviant Flapper gets to avenge his friends, putting down the Eternal Strider. To counter, I bring in the Lesser Voidwalker I named Khazad-dûm. Even at half health, the Lesser Voidwalker will make short work of the Flapper. Using the Drain Power ability to both reduce the Flapper's damage by 25% while increasing the Voidwalker's damage by 25% for the next 2 rounds makes our Neither Blast hit really hard. Prismatic Barrier is used to block 2 attacks, but benefits both sides. And with that hit, we have successfully completed Wailing Caverns. Now all we have to do is turn in our quest and get our goodie bag. Getting down can be a little tricky, and that's why it's good to be a mage. Turn in the quest to Mayani, and we will receive our damp pet supplies. Now let's see what's in the bag. Stones, pets, and bandages, what every pet aficionado needs. Well, alrighty then, I hope you enjoyed our journey through Wailing Caverns. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos, please subscribe to the channel. Peace!